Hello students, how are you? Here I am Sanchita ma'am to take your social studies class. Hope you all are well. Welcome to you in your new class. I will take your social studies. Stay home, stay safe. Keep it in your mind. Now you open your social studies book, time check book. Book number 4. Time check book number 4. Now you open your book, page number 7. Chapter 1, Understanding History. Page number 7, Chapter 1, Understanding History. The first chapter is based on what is history. The first thing comes to our mind is what is called history. The study of the past is called history. What is history? The study of the past is called history. Have you ever wondered what your parents used to do when they were your age? Where they lived? Which school they went to? Or which games they used to play? Have you ever heard stories from your parents or grandparents about their childhood days? All such stories tell us about the past, a time before now. So the study of the past is called history. And who is a historian? A historian studies the past. That means a person who studies the past is called a historian. The studies of the past and explains to us what happened in earlier times, why it happened and how it affected the lives of the people. Now history tells us how the ways of life have changed with times. History tells us about the lives of people in earlier times, where they lived, what they ate, wore or used in daily life, what they thought or believed. History also tells us about the kings and rulers of the past. We get to know when and where they ruled, how they ruled, what wars they fought, how the rule of these kings influenced or changed the lives of others. From the study of history, we come to know about the lives and work of great personalities too. Some of these men and women were great warriors and rulers like Akbar, Emperor Akbar. He was the famous ruler of India in the Mughal period, and Napoleon Bonaparte, Napoleon Bonaparte, a great warrior of Europe, who conquered Europe and was the ruler of Europe. The great leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi was a very important leader of Indian history. He was called, all of you know, he was called the father of the nation. And you can understand whose picture is coming? Yes, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, a great freedom fighter of India. Now, some names are also coming who served humanity, like Florence Nightingale and Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa's name is known to you. She was famous for her work to the homeless and poorest of the poor in the slums of Kolkata. Florence Nightingale, she was famous for raising the standards for nursing, educating nurses and serving people in the ward field. The studies of history also helps us to understand why some dates are important to us. The study of history helps us to understand why some dates are important to us. For example, 26th of January, is it known to you? Yes, you also observed in our school 26th of January and also 15th of August. 26th of January is our Republic Day and 15th of August is our Independence Day. Our country got independence on that day. You know, our country was under the British rule. From their rule, our country got independence on that day. Sometimes the stories behind the famous building or monuments that enrich our cultural heritage. These two pictures are very popular pictures. Can you identify this picture? First one is, yes, the great building Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal tells us a story of how the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan built this tomb for his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal. And the next one is Qutb Minar. The Qutb Minar in Delhi, it is a great monument, a very important monument of our Indian history. Now, I will tell you about the periods in history. History tells us about many events that happened in the past. Some of these events took place hundreds of years ago, while some others happened only a few decades ago. Therefore, we take some very important events as markers and divide the past into different periods. This process is called periodization. So, what is called periodization? The process to divide the past into different periods, that is called periodization. Now, history can be divided into two parts. One is called prehistory and another one is called history. So, first of all, the question comes to our mind, what is prehistory? Prehistory is the time when humans did not know how to write. When humans did not know how to write. We have learnt about this time from the utensils people used for cooking and preserving food, pieces of jewelry they wore, and the tools and weapons they made. And what is history? History is the time in the past since the invention of writing. So, history and prehistory, these are two periods. Next one is, history is divided into three periods. What are the periods? Ancient, that is ancient period, medieval period and modern period. What is ancient period? Ancient history means very old times. Medieval history means the middle period. And the modern history tells us about more recent times. Hieroglyphic writing. Hieroglyphic writing, what is called Hieroglyphic writing. Hieroglyphic writing means one of the oldest forms of writings developed in ancient Egypt. In this writing, the characters look like pictures. That is why this style is known as pictographic writing. This ancient writing is known as hieroglyphic writing. Now, I will tell you about the periods of history. Periods of Indian history. The ancient period, that means the time between the invention of writing and the end of the Gupta rule. Second one is the medieval period, the time between the Delhi Sultanate to the fall of the Mughal Empire, and the modern period, that means it is from the coming of the British till now. So the periods of Indian history is divided into three parts: the ancient period, the medieval period, and the modern period. The ancient period means the time between the invention of writing and the end of the Gupta rule. The medieval period is the time between the Delhi Sultanate to the fall of the Mughal Empire. And the modern period means since the coming of the British till now. So up to this is today's chapter. Thank you, and we will join to the next period. Thank you so much.